we go.
Morning, everybody. Ciao.
Good morning.
Oh.
Ludmilla, I can't hear you. I think you're on mute.
Just a sec.
There we go. Oh,
Now? Can you hear me?
yeah. It's a bit low.
Okay.
But we can hear you.
Okay.
It's okay. How are we both?
Fine, thanks.
Busy?
All right.
Had a busy week?
Yeah. yeah.
As usual.
I had a busy week. As usual, yeah.
Yeah. How was the lesson in the office the other day? Difficult.
It was not possible to continue
Uh-huh.
to continue you. It's nothing for me to do many things at once.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Work and lesson at the same time. It's a bit difficult. Okay, 1 second. Let me go. So link here. Okay, there's your link there.
Mhm.
Alright, so I'll give you a minute to get on there. Okay, Monica, I've got you.
Okay.
There we go. Right, I've got you both. So, let's start then our second lesson of the week. So, we're doing a different topic today than Tuesday. We're going to look at technology. So, we're going to do some vocabulary. We're actually going to do a few phrasal verbs for technology because we use them quite a lot for different things on the computer. So, we're gonna do some phrasal verbs. We're gonna do a tiny bit of reading, and our grammar is comparisons. We're gonna look at some comparative forms, or recap some comparative forms. Okay. So first of all, I've got a question for you. Could you survive for 1 month without the internet?
Possible. Impossible.
Not possible.
No. Neither
Not
of you?
today. Maybe 20 years ago.
So why not?
All appointments for me and for family are on the internet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Depends on the internet. Yeah.
Depends on the internet and or smartphone. Yeah, internet.
Like what? Just everything.
Like what? English lessons, all conversation between school and adults, and also our work, or my work. Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much everything. Monica?
It's the same. I mean, I use it for everything in my life. I mean, yes, of course, for English course, and then also anytime I have a little curiosity, I mean, concerning an actor, concerning a news, concerning something, of course, I immediately go and I look for it. I search it on internet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm always always.
Yeah.
Also, all birthdays and on calendar. Yes.
Yeah.
Calendar and also my books, all my books. E-books.
You have an ebook reader. Okay.
Yes, I read. I have Kindle
Uh-huh.
access. Yes, Kindle access, and also pocketbook
Okay.
to our library, state library. Yes.
Right. Cool. I didn't know you could do that. That's
Yeah.
interesting. You can connect to your library and get ebooks from your library.
Yes, and they have.
that's a good idea.
Yes, it's new. I think since some years, not new, but new for me.
Yeah.
Yes. Today we can. I have Kindle, but I have to pay extra.
Yeah.
And now we have pocketbook with our
Okay. But it's like a
things.
normal library, so you can get the book
Yes,
for
yes,
a week or something, and then you give it
yes,
back.
for yeah.
Oh, cool! That's such a good idea.
And with account for my son,
Wow.
I haven't to pay my money.
Yeah, that's better.
That's good.
Oh, that's such a good idea. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
All libraries should do this.
Yeah, also in Germany, you can that included in this program are included all libraries in Germany, all state libraries. Yes.
Ah, that's even better. So if
Yeah.
your
Yes.
library doesn't have it, you can go to another library and get a
Yeah.
different book. See, you couldn't do that in real life. You'd have to go halfway across the country to get a book.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's such a good idea. Oh, they should roll this out across Europe. That would be amazing. So let me just write down that phrasal verb that I said there. So I said to roll out. To roll something out. And we tend to say roll out across. And then a country or a town or kind of with a location. Yeah, which means to maybe publish something or almost develop something. Or you could even say give something to a particular area. So
Or roll out a project.
yeah, you can roll out a project as well, like to kind of develop. Yeah. So yeah, there you could say they are rolling out the library scheme across Europe, for example. Yeah. So they're doing the same project from Germany, but in the rest of Europe. Monica, I also had a phrasal verb for you. So you said I search it, like information. Do you know another way to say search?
To look for.
Look for. Technically, it's not a phrasal verb, it's just a preposition with a verb. But you could say to look up. You look something
To
up.
look up. Okay.
Which
Look up.
means to research information. Or So, if you don't know an actor's name, you would look it up on Google.
To look up.
So you could say I didn't know the actor's name, so I looked it up.
I looked it up. Okay.
Another way you can say this, interestingly, Google, you can actually use as a verb in English. You can Google something, which literally means to look on Google.
New verb.
Yeah. So
As usual, all the languages are always in movement. According to our life. So to Google as well. It's nice.
This has been in English since at least 10 years. You'd say,
Yes.
Google
in Germany, the same. Yes.
Yeah.
So you use it also in the past. It's like a regular verb.
It's regular.
You add ed.
I Googled.
Okay, Googled.
Yeah.
Okay.
I Googled that actor's name. Yeah. And it's more common, actually, than kind of look up or something. You would say, I can't remember that name. And someone would say, Google it. Yeah, okay. So it's
the same in
very
Germany.
common.
Even if I can use Google, even if I have, let's say, another provider like Safari, it's the same.
Yeah.
Like Google. Anyway,
Just Google it.
forever.
Yeah. It just means to search it. Yeah. So you have the same, Ludmilla, in German.
Yeah. In Germany we use the name, the verb also.
Yeah.
What is the verb? Google. Or...
Google, yeah. Google.
Okay.
Google.
Google now.
Google.
With Anna. Okay.
Yeah.
Google. I like it. Google. But yeah, that's fine. I'm thinking if we do that with anything else, Google, YouTube, you could possibly do it as well. YouTube it. Go on YouTube and find a video of this thing. Yeah, to YouTube something.
YouTube, okay.
I YouTubed it. Yeah. IMDb, we do it with that actually. I don't know if you know the website IMDb.
I YouTubed it.
IMDb.
IMDb is a film website, and you just have tons of information. You can search any TV show or films, and it gives you all the information, every actor, every pictures of actors. So if you don't know an actor, you would go to IMDb and kind of put actor this film, and it will give you a list of all the actors. So you can do it like that. I IMDb'd it. It's possible. IMDb'd it. So you would still add ed after that. It still becomes regular. Okay. I think anything else. Google, YouTube, IMDb. Can't think of anything else at the moment, but I'll let you know if anything comes to me. So you both couldn't survive without the internet. I definitely couldn't. My entire job depends on the internet, so there's no way I could get by. Okay, so some vocabulary. Let's do some phrasal verbs then. So if you click on the link here, it will take you to a site. Just enter your name there, and then you'll be able to see a worksheet. And on the worksheet, there should be a table with a bunch of phrasal verbs. So you've got phrasal verbs and definitions, but the definitions are in the wrong order. And you have to match the phrasal verb to the definition. And below, you have some sentences to help you, to give you the phrasal verb in context, to help you out a little. So we'll do this together. So we'll kind of go one by one. So, Monica, do you want to take number 1, sign up?
Sign up.
Yeah. And then underneath, you have a sentence. If we want a free trial of the course, we have to sign up.
Okay. There is. I haven't seen it. Okay. If I want
phrasal verb in context,
of the course, we have to sign. Delete. Create an account.
Yeah.
No, this is sign in.
That was the thing. They're very similar.
No, okay. Now I've seen. Okay. Create an account, sign up.
Yeah, so the very first time that you create an account on a website or on a web page, you would sign up for an account. Okay. So if you click number 1, and then you can click create an account, which is E, I think.
No, I have to draw a line.
Yeah.
A line. Okay. Okay. 1.
Okay. So number 2, we've got text back.
Text back.
Yeah. And then
text back is reply to a message.
Yeah, reply to a message. So your sentence was, "I'm sorry, I forgot to text you back. I only saw your message a few minutes ago." So we wouldn't really use reply. Again, when you listen to native speakers, reply sounds formal. So, "Oh, sorry, I didn't reply to you." It sounds very formal. So, "I'm sorry, I didn't text you back." Or, "I'm sorry, I didn't email you back." You can use it with email as well, and it works the same way. Okay, so number 2, text back, is D, reply to a message. Okay. Monica, number 3, to go down.
I was about to finish the report when suddenly the computer went down. Stop working temporarily.
Yeah. So your internet will go down. Generally, a system would go down if it stops working. But we often use it for internet or Wi-Fi. Oh, the Wi-Fi's gone down. I need to wait a second. Okay. So to stop working. I think if we use that for anything else. No, we just tend to use it for systems, kind of technological systems. But more often than not, it will be the internet or Wi-Fi. Okay. Okay, so Ludmilla, now you've got sign in.
Every time I want to enter my email, I have to sign in. Is F, enter your username, password.
Enter your username and password.
Yeah.
That's correct, yeah. So you'd sign into a website once you already have an account. So first you need to sign up to create your account, and then you would sign in when you enter your username or password.
Okay.
Number 5, scroll up or scroll down.
Now this is move a page up and down.
Yeah.
See.
So literally when your computer page, when you move it up or move it down, we'd say to scroll. So this action, when you're on you have your mouse when you go up and down like this, is to scroll. Okay. So number 5 was C, move up and down. Ludmilla, to set up. Number 6.
Set up. I took a while to set up the new computer. Delete all data from computer.
Took a while to set up the new computer because I had to download a lot of programs for it. So either to delete or to make something ready. Or to make a computer ready.
Okay, make something ready for use. Set up.
So, which one did you think?
G?
Yeah. So when you make something ready. So generally, again, we'd use this for kind of on a computer. You actually have this word on the computer. If your computer is set to English, you can go to your setup and you can see if you have everything that your computer needs. Or anytime you download a program, it will say setup. And then you have to kind of install it and do everything else to set it up to make it ready for you to use. You can also do this kind of in reality as well, not only virtually. So if you have an event, maybe, you have to set up everything for the event. You have to get the event ready.
Okay.
So if you're having a party, for example, you have to put all of the food out, you have to get the drinks, the decorations, so you'd set up the
Can
party.
I set up a date? Or
yeah, you can set up an appointment, actually. That would be the kind of separate, different meaning. That would be meaning to kind of create or to book an appointment almost, yeah, to set up. But you can use it in that way. So, phrasal verbs have lots of different meanings. So, yeah, you can use it to set up an appointment. But you can also set up an event or a program on your computer. Okay. And Monica, that leaves you with wipe out, which is to delete all data from a computer.
Okay, the last one.
So the sentence for this is actually down. If you scroll down, it's just under there. So a virus got into my computer and wiped out the hard disk or the hard drive. So a virus deleted all of my information from my computer. Okay. So if you can't see it, scroll down, and it will be there.
But I can wipe my computer out So I mean,
You wouldn't wipe your computer out because that would mean you delete your computer. You would wipe out the information or the data on your
the
computer.
data, okay.
Yeah.
So, but this means I can do it. It's not necessary that I virus the data or data wiped out.
No, you can also do it. You can
Okay,
say, I wiped
by
out my hard
mistake.
drive. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I accidentally wiped out my hard drive or
Excellent.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so just have a little practice. Do you want to choose a phrasal verb and just try to kind of make a sentence for me? Monica, do you want to go?
Okay, sorry.
Any phrasal verb you like.
Let me see. Sorry, because I closed everything and now I don't remember. Just give me 1 second.
Okay. Ludmilla, in the meantime,
yes,
make me a sentence.
Last month I wiped out my operating program.
Oops.
Yeah, because I bought a new. Or it's not possible. I don't know. Because I not
bought
a new. I bought a new Microsoft Office.
Yeah, exactly.
Office 365 or Office. Office.
So you wiped out your old
my
office
old.
and then bought. Okay, perfect. Monica, you ready?
Okay, so let's try the easiest one, text back. So, okay, a friend of mine sent an email to me, but I didn't want to text him back.
Well, you'd say you would email back. If your friend emailed you, then you would email back.
Okay, so he called me. So text is something.
Text is a message.
A message.
Not an email, just a message.
A message, okay.
Yeah, so you can text back or you can email back. You can call back.
Okay.
But we generally wouldn't use reply or respond. We would tend to say call, email, or text back.
Text a message. Okay.
Can I write email to colleagues? I will text back later or something.
Yeah. It depends how well you know your colleague and how kind of formal your culture is.
Okay.
So yeah. If not, you could say get back. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I will get back to you.
Yeah, soon or something like that. Okay. Ludmilla, do you want to pick one more?
Yeah. My computer goes down by itself because of update.
Okay. Yeah. Or my computer. If you say my computer goes down, then it would be like a regular action that happens.
Or went down.
Went down would be better. So, and you don't need to use it with by itself, because go down means by itself. The system went down.
Because of update, okay.
Because of an update, yeah. And Monica, one more as well from you.
Let's try with the setup. I've done a lot of things this morning because I had to set up everything for our English lesson.
Yeah, you have to set up stuff. Yeah, you have to get stuff ready. Okay. Right, so now you can close the window and come back to the presentation. Okay, and let me just write down a couple of things that I said there for you before I forget. So, we said you can call, email, or text back, depending on whatever you receive. You can also say get back. I'll get back to you. ASAP. Do you know what ASAP means?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible, yeah. I'll get back to you ASAP. So to respond. And then with setup, yes, you can use it for a date.
Should I write ASAP with points? Or can I write without?
You can write it without, it's fine as well.
Okay.
Most people would write it without, I think. But you can do both. So yes, you can set up an appointment, a date, an event, meaning to kind of create an appointment or book an appointment, let's say. What else do we have? Search, look it up, that was fine. This was just pronunciation. So, with this word, make sure you're pronouncing the A, calendar.
Calendar. Okay.
When you first said it, Ludmilla, it sounded like you said colander. Let me just check the spelling on that. I can't even remember how to spell colander. Colander. Yes, okay. So a colander. Ooh. A colander is you would use it in the kitchen.
It's a spice.
Like, imagine you're washing potatoes. You would put potatoes in a colander and put the water over. So it's like a bowl with holes in.
For spaghetti
or wash salad and things like that. So that's a colander. So make sure you're saying calendar and not
calendar.
Okay. So it's a kitchen tool. Okay. Right. So that's it for our vocab. We've got our phrasal verbs. So we're going to move on. Any questions or anything before we do move on?
Okay.
Ooh, I've frozen. One moment. Let me just stop my camera a second. Yes, I just froze. One moment. Right, there we go. I'm back. So, let's move on to our grammar then. And by grammar, I mean reading, because I forgot about the reading today. So, we'll quickly do reading. There's a tiny bit of the grammar in the reading, but this is mainly for a bit more vocabulary or a few idioms and stuff. So, I'm going to read about a digital detox. Why I pulled the plug on my family. So, to pull the plug is an idiom, and it means to stop, basically. When you completely stop doing something, you would pull the plug. The plug is... Do you know what a plug is?
For electricity.
Yeah.
It's a plug and the socket.
Exactly. So you'd have a plug on any electrical appliance, and then you put that into the wall or into the socket, and that's how you get electricity. So if you pull the plug on something... Imagine you pulled the plug out of your TV would turn off. So it means to stop completely doing something. Okay. Right, so I'll give you a minute or so just to read that text there to yourself, and then let me know if you have any questions or any vocabulary.
Lol.
Sorry, there's a word missing there.
Shrug.
It should say iPods with 5,000 songs on.
What the meaning of shrug?
This is a movement that you do with your body. So it's when. Can you see me?
Sorry, no. Okay, now I see you. Okay.
Okay. So if you shrug, you do this.
Okay, spallucce. Oh,
It's like, I don't care, or I don't know. So when
Okay.
you move your shoulders up to your ears, that's a shrug.
Good.
Any other vocabulary or anything? Let me know.
Sorry. The meaning of the with the 5,000 on?
Sorry, I said that before. There's a word missing, so it should say 5,000 songs.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay, songs. Okay.
I missed the word when I was
Okay,
writing.
sorry.
Sorry.
I was concentrated and then didn't follow you the total. Okay. Okay. Will be destroyed. All right.
Okay. Any other words or anything? No.
Good.
Would you agree with this? Do your kids also do this? Do they lol?
Lol.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. They lol.
Do you know what lol stands for? Do you know what it actually means?
Not exactly. LOL. It must be an.
Laugh or
Laugh. The first word is laugh.
of life? I don't know. No.
It's laugh out loud.
Laugh out loud.
Laugh out loud.
Okay.
Yeah. Lol. Laugh out loud.
Guarda te.
Laugh. There's another one we also have, which is Lmfao, which is what people will. Sometimes people say it in speech, but generally it's a kind of text speech. So if something's even funnier than lol, you can put Lmfao, which means laughing, a fucking ass off. But people tend to just put Lmfao. A couple more that we have. We have this one. I use this one quite a bit. Just means by the way.
By the way.
So if you want to change the topic of conversation, or you remembered something that you wanted to say to someone, you can say, "Oh, by the way," but you can just put BTW. And honestly, the only other one I use is this one, which is to be honest.
TBH. Ma guarda.
Okay, no. You've obviously got this one as well. Do you know this one? WTF?
With question mark. So it must be why? I'm sure. No.
It's what. Actually.
What? Anyway, okay, what? Vabbè. Okay. What the right. Okay. What the fuck? Okay.
They're generally the most common ones that people tend to use, to be honest. Text speech, it's not that common now because everyone has predictive text on their phone, so people don't tend to use it that much anymore. But I remember in the good old days when you had to pay for every message, and you had to make your messages really, really short, so everyone. But now, not so much. Okay.
But Hailey, just to make an example, during let's say an exam, and if we have to reply to an email to a friend, is it possible to use this kind of words? I mean, this.
Yeah, if you know your friend really well, it's not like a formal context. Then yeah.
Yes, it's we can use them. Okay, it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Text messages. Yeah, emails. If you don't want to write the whole phrase, it's fine.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So that was just a bit, and then we have a tiny bit more of reading as well, just to finish it. So again, I'll give you a minute. You can read that, and then let me know about any vocab.
That the more with tutto che più meno. Sì. There is a sentence. I know all the words, but I can't understand the meaning.
Okay.
On a broader scale, the more facts we have at our fingertips, the less we seem to.
Oh, sorry, that should say no. That's a spelling mistake. Not now. No, with a K.
We seem to know. Okay. No, maybe it's a little bit clear. Okay. On a broader scale, okay. Have something at our fingertips. I mean, something we get it. We have it.
Yeah, you literally have it in your hands or very
in your
close
hands.
to you.
Okay. Increased. Okay, the attention spans. Spans is
Attention span. A span is how long you can do something for a period of time. So your attention span is how long you can pay attention.
Focused. Okay. Okay.
Ludmilla, did you have any questions?
Immensely is hard or immensely?
Means a lot.
A lot.
Immense means very, very big. So immensely would be the adverb of immense. Second, let me just copy this. So immense means very big. And then we had a span, which is a period of time. Shrug. So when you shrug, you move your shoulders up to your ears to say, I don't know, or I don't care. Okay.
Shrug.
So you'll notice here in blue that I've highlighted some comparative forms. So we're going to take a kind of quick recap of the more, the less, or the with a comparative, the with a comparative, and also just your general comparative forms as well, the rules that you should already know, but we'll refresh them anyway. Okay. So let's take a look. So I've got a question for you, first of all. 1 second while my student view loads. So you can choose here which option you think is the correct option. So you've got they can hold longer conversations or they can hold more longer conversations. Which do you think is correct? Let me know.
The first one? Longer. More.
You can vote. You can click, and then I'll be able to see what you voted.
The conversation.
Okay, you both gone for A, which is correct. Good. Okay, so you can't say more longer because longer is already the comparison. So you get long, longer. You can't say more longer. Okay. Next question. So which one is correct? Their ideas are more complex or their ideas are complexer? Again, you can click here.
Complex. 2 sillabe. I don't know. I think it's like this, but I'm not sure.
I don't know if the word is long or expensive. More complex. Complex. Long, longer, harder.
This is a hard one.
The word complex has only two
It has 2 syllables.
syllables, yes. I don't know if do we use more with 2 syllables.
Okay, you've got 5 seconds. Make your choice. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Okay.
1. Make your choice now. Okay. Correct. You were both correct. More complex. Yeah, so complex has 2 syllables. With 2-syllable adjectives, we use more rather than ER. Okay. And next question. So now you have to write the comparative and superlative forms of the following adjectives. So I'll give you a minute or two to do that, and then we'll go through them.
God.
Yeah, I'll give you another minute or so, and then we'll go through.
Oh, ho sbagliato qua. Sorry.
Okay. You changed it.
See, I put
With
yes.
clever. Yeah. Okay.
Clever.
All right. So let's take a look then. I think you both got most of those right, actually. So these were your answers. So clean, cleaner, the cleanest. Hot, hotter, the hottest. Strange, stranger, the strangest. Happier, happier, the happiest. Clever, more clever, the most clever. And then good, bad, and far are irregular adjectives. Okay, so good, better, the best. Bad, worse, the worst. Far is the only adjective in English that has two different comparative forms. So you can say farther or you can say further. Both are correct.
Far.
Honestly, it just depends on regional difference. I would say further, just because my accent is more closed. People from South England would say farther because they have an more open accent. But you can say either, whichever one you prefer. Okay. So let's take a look at why then. So we'll quickly recap our rules. So with one-syllable adjectives, for a comparison, you just have to add er. For a superlative, you have to add est. Okay, so clean as one syllable becomes cleaner. Be careful with the spelling change. If you have a consonant, vowel, consonant adjective, you need to double the final consonant. So hot, consonant, vowel, consonant. So you double the T and then add ER. And the same with your superlative as well. Double the final consonant and add EST. So that's with all consonant, vowel, consonant adjectives. You need to do that. So that's your short adjectives or one-syllable adjectives. Two-syllable adjectives with a Y. You need to take the Y and add IER. Like happy becomes happier. Noisy becomes noisier. And the same with your superlative again. So you need to add est, the happiest, the noisiest. Okay. Normal two-syllable adjectives without the Y, then you start using more, or the most. So with a comparison, clever becomes more clever, boring becomes more boring. Two syllables, boring. And the same with clever and your superlative, the most clever, the most boring. Remember, with a superlative, you always need the word the in front of your superlative. Always. The most. Or the worst. Okay. Like we said, your irregular adjectives are good, bad, and far. Both in comparatives and in superlatives. So you cannot say more good or gooder. Doesn't exist.
Gooder.
Gooder. Although, you know, I think I have heard a few native speakers say that.
Really?
Yeah. Gooder. Yeah.
Gooder.
Like adults as well, not even children. Yeah. It's terrible. I have this this group for my family. I started a big when I was doing my family tree, started a group to find family members. I think there's about 70 of us now on this group of Facebook. But it's terrible. People can't speak English. People are writing comments like 10 lines long, no punctuation, no full stops, no commas. I can't even read.
Impossible to understand.
What did you just write? Or northern British people do this horrible thing. It's it drives me insane, but it's just a strange feature of northern British English. So they will use a past participle without have, and they will use it like past simple. So they'll say like, I seen him the other day, instead of I saw him, or I done it yesterday. Seriously. It's horrible. It's like, oh, come on. No. But they do. It's just a natural feature of Northern British speech, unfortunately. So, yes, it's driving me insane. I really want to correct the comments, but I'm like, no.
But you can't.
Don't be that person. Okay. Anyway, yes, don't say gooder, say better. Gooder doesn't exist. Okay. So, very quickly, comparatives of equality. If you want to say two things are the same, you need to use an adjective, as, and then another adjective. So, excuse me. That should be the other way round. As, an adjective, and as. I need to change that, sorry. They're just as silly as each other. Okay. So, put your adjective in the middle. You don't need to change your adjective in any way. Say as, adjective, as. If you want to make it negative, so now it was not equality, they're not the same, they're different, just put not in front of as. So she's not as fit as she used to be. You can also use the word so. She's not so fit as she used to be, has the same meaning. Okay? But you can only do this in negative. You can't do it in the affirmative, in the positive. Okay. Yeah, so there are spelling mistakes there, so ignore that rule at the top. It's as, adjective, as, not the other way around. Okay. I was a bit tired when I wrote this. Okay.
Not a problem. It's clear anyway. The examples are clear. Don't worry.
Good. And then we have this form, so the with a comparative and the with a comparative. So this is to show that you have two changes that are happening together, and usually the second change is a result of the first change. So something happens which changes something else. So you can do this with more, you can do this with less, you can do this with ER. And you can use this with a verb, you can use it with an adjective, you can use it with a noun. Okay. So, for example, the more facts we have, the less we know. So you have the more with a noun, and then you have the less with a verb. The more facts we know, the more facts we have, the less we know. So it's like saying we know less because we have more facts. But you've changed the structure. And the more I eat, the fatter I get. So you've got the more with a verb and the with an adjective. So again, I get fatter because I eat more. That's the meaning of that sentence. And the less we talk, the more distant we become. So again, you have the less with the verb, and then the more with an adjective. So you can use different combinations here. You can use the more adjective, the more adjective. You can use the less, the more, with a verb or a noun. Any combination you want works, basically. Okay. Is that clear? Is the meaning clear? Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay. Sometimes people find this one a bit tricky to use. Okay.
Because there is, in the second sentence, you have the at the beginning of the sentence, and then you have the comparative instead of superlative. That I think, I remember that it was a big problem for me at the beginning to understand, because for me then is always followed by the superlative. But in this case, it's something else.
Because
it's
you always have the most or the least. Yeah, but no, this one is with a comparative.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then we've got like 2 minutes, so we'll have like a very quick grammar practice. Okay, if you click here again, that will open a link, and just type in your name, and then you'll have a worksheet there.
Okay.
So again, you have to match, but you're matching meanings. So you have sentences 1 to 6. You need to match them with the sentences below that have the same meaning. Okay. So all the top sentences have the same meaning. So number 1, we got she's far lazier than anyone else. Can you find a sentence from A to F that has the same meaning as that sentence? I'll give you a minute or so.
She has fewer difficulties than before.
It wouldn't be the same as lazy. Lazy is when you do nothing.
Everyone works much harder than her.
Yeah. So 1 goes with C. She's far lazier. Everyone works much harder. Okay. Number 2, she works a lot less than she ought to. Ought to is another way to say should.
She's not as lazy as she used to be. She doesn't have as many problems. Main difficult, okay.
Can we find an answer for number 2? She works a lot less than she ought to.
A or C? I don't know.
C we said was for number 1.
Yes.
So it is A.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't work nearly as much as she should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We're gonna have to stop there because we're out of time already. That lesson went quite quick. So you can just finish this. You can keep the link open if you want and finish it in your own time, or you have the link on the presentation anyway. Okay. So let me just skip. You've also got some speaking on here as well, which you can do if you want on Flipgrid. You can just answer these questions and use comparisons to talk about these different things. Your homework, as usual, put a grammar sheet. You've got speaking, and I'll put some vocabulary flashcards on there for you as well. Any questions or anything, let me know.
No, it's all right.
No.
Great.
Everything is great.
All right. Well, have a nice week, and I'll see you next week.
Next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.